Saturday 11th of October 2025, and I'm just driving to what will be the start point of the final big hike of the year. It was supposed to be quite a nice sunny morning, but it's actually quite overcast and a bit drab, but I'm sure we're going to have a nice walk all the same. Let's go. All right, see you later, car. Where's the bloody sun? Can't believe it. It's really drab and overcast. It was, yeah, all week it's been like, today was looking lovely with the weather forecast. It was like sort of saying it was going to be beautiful sunshine, like morning mist. So I thought it'd be lovely walking along the canal with like the mist floating across and the sun coming through. But no, we've just got drab overcast skies. To be fair, I think it is going to brighten up as the day sort of progresses. I think it's just a bit of low clouds. I think the sun's going to burn that off soon. So yeah, welcome back to another hiking adventure. And I've just parked up at Welford Marina and just heading down the canal, Grand Union Canal that is. Yeah, off on another walk. So yeah, I think, well no, this is going to be my last big one of the year. There's just not enough daylight hours now to do these big ones. I'm not really keen on walking in the dark, to be fair. I'm not that hardcore. But yeah, so as I say, yeah, 25 miles ahead of us. So the opening stint's about 15-mile stretch. It's all on the Grand Union Canal. The first 50 miles all the way. It's going to loop all the way around to the market town. Is it a market town or historic town of Market Harborough? And then yes, so once I get to Market Harborough, I'm walking through Market Harborough in itself and then getting onto the Brampton Valley Way for a couple of miles. Then I'm coming off at a village called Great Oxendon, and then I'm heading down country roads, sort of, yeah, a mixture of country roads and fields, back to Welford. So yeah, we've got about, I think this time of year, we've got about 11 hours of sunlight. I mean, to be fair, you'll get a bit, that's the time the sun's actually up, so you will get a bit of, bit of daylight after the sun sets, obviously. But yeah, I am going to be pushing it, because as I say, it's 25 miles, so yeah, I'm going to have to go for it a bit here. Yeah, just keep my eye on time and stuff and make sure. To be fair, I have come up with a plan B if I get to Market Harborough and I'm quite far behind. I've come up with a plan B which will save me about 4 kilometres if I need to get back to the car quicker with the daylight and whatnot. So that's fine. If you watch my channel, then on my last video called Mellow Sunday Walk, I said that I wanted to have another go in October. So I wanted to have another go at the camp. I think the hike, which was, it'll be 2 or 3 videos back, which was called Summer Fade. It was supposed to be a 2-day hike with a camp included, and then I got to the end of day 1 and I basically had a bit of an Achilles injury, so I called the walk quits. And I said on my last video that I wanted to have another go at doing that one again, but I've decided I'm not going to now. I'm kind of over it, to be fair. I don't really want to camp in the cold October nights and stuff. The camping's kind of like a spring summer thing for me. So this is going to be, this will be my last big adventure of the year. It won't be my last adventure though, because I'm going to be doing shorter hikes as we progress into the autumn and winter months. So yeah, there'll still be some videos to come in 2025. Also, if you watched my last video, I said how I'd sort of partially torn a muscle in my back at work, and the injuries, it's getting better, but it's still there. I can still feel it. I'm finding with this injury I have good and bad days, and yesterday I was at work and I was like lifting some concrete blocks, and it's definitely aggravated it a bit. So I'm feeling it. It's more in the hip now. It was in the sort of lower back to begin with, but it's sort of gone around to the hip now, so I can feel it. But I feel confident enough that I can do this walk. If not, then I'll just have to phone my wife and she'll have to collect me and take me back to the car, but we'll see. But as I say, weather-wise, it was supposed to be a nice sunny morning, but it's not at the moment. It's quite drab and overcast. But I do think the sun's going to burn this cloud off, and then we're looking at light winds and hopefully sunshine. Temperatures around 15 degrees. So I've got the jacket on at the moment because there's a bit of chill in the air, but I should think later on this will come off. I'm still in my shorts. But actually for October, the temperatures have actually held up really well. Like we're still well into the teens. I'm still in my shorts and t-shirt at work, so it doesn't feel too cold at the moment, which is good. I was going to say something else, but it's gone. What was it? Oh yeah, I was just going to say we've got the first of like the autumn colours coming through in the trees. So I actually think walking down the Grand Union Canal with the sort of the autumn colours coming through is going to be really pleasant. So, and I'm on here for 15 miles, so I'm going to be on here for a few hours. So. But despite the overcast or the drab skies, I am really looking forward to this one. And as I say, being the last big hike of the year, I really want to savour it and enjoy it. So let's go out on a high. I'll bring you back shortly. Three kilometres into the walk now. I've just reached a junction at the Grand Union Canal. Got the signpost up here, so that's where I came from. And then Foxton, which is where I'm heading. And then what we got there, Norton Junction. If you go back and watch, or if you watched my video called Goodbye Summer, that's the one where it was like quite rainy and windy. It was a bit, wild weather. But I actually walked up this part of the Grand Union Canal from Hemplow Hills. It was about a 6-mile stretch. So I walked it that way and then went back this way to Welford, back to the car at the finish point. But today I'm heading up this way. The sun's not out yet, but it's really really calm and still. And with the autumn colours like reflecting on the canal, it's lovely. And it's really quiet as well. I think there was one person jogged past me earlier back near Welford Marine, and I've seen no one else so far. It's like really peaceful, no one around, so it's a cracking start to the walk. So yes, I'm pushing on. What on earth is that? Must be a turkey farm or something. Loads of them. Check out this guy. Love that. man, look at this. Colours are insane, it's beautiful. The water's so calm, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm looking for a bench. I've collected some debris in my boots already, so I want to stop and empty those out. Because yeah, walking 25 miles, if I leave any bits of debris in my boots for too long, I'll be getting blisters. But yeah, so I think I can see a bench coming up, great. But yeah, man, these colours are quality. Autumn is a great season. I've reached the Husband's Bosworth Tunnel. It's 1,071 metres in length, and I don't think you can walk through it. So I'll be coming off the Grand Union Canal for a short stint across the fields. Still haven't found a bench to clean my boots out. What I thought was a bench further back there just turned out to be a mouldy old log. Thought I'm not sitting on that, getting a wet botty. Here's the tunnel. Bloody hell, yes. That's a long dark tunnel that is. I'll just get past this tree and I'll show you. I can see the end of it. See the light right at the end. Brilliant. Love it. Yeah, so I'm going to be going up this path here for a bit. And then, yeah, join back onto the Grand Union Canal after the tunnel. And yeah, I need to find a bench. I need to get this debris out of my boots. Just clean my boots out. I used this gate in the end rather than a bench, and that was actually a better option because with this injury I've got, bending down's like the worst. That aggravates it the most. So yeah, using that gate so I could prop my feet on there and get all the debris out of my boots was good. I've had some water and a couple of little bits, like little snacks. I hadn't had my breakfast. Didn't have breakfast this morning, sorry. So yeah, it's nice to get some fuel on board. So yeah, I'm just about to set off again. Still no hint of sunlight, sunshine. It's still very drab and overcast. And the wind's actually got up, and I'm pretty sure I just felt a bit of drizzle as well. So the forecast, well, yeah, sunshine, light winds, no rain. They couldn't have got it more wrong. But it don't matter. I'm still enjoying myself. Tell you what, I'm just about to set off, and I'm about to walk down what looks like a lovely tree tunnel. Let's go. Yeah, look at this. Wonderful, absolutely gorgeous colours. If I had my camera with me, my proper camera, I'd love it in here right now. Get some really cool photographs. I could perhaps come back. I mean, I'm not all that far away from home, really. So yeah, I could come back in the next week or so with a proper camera and get some photos. I love it. Yeah, pushing on. Grand Union Canal, there's the other side of the tunnel at Husband's Bosworth. I can't say it. Husband's Bosworth. That's it. Yeah, that's the tunnel. So yeah, back on the Grand Union Canal. I'm yeah, because there's not as many daylight hours this time of year, as I said earlier, I think we've got 10 hours 59 minutes of sunlight. So I'm trying to maintain a pace of around 15 to 16 minutes a kilometre. If I do that, then I think I'll get back to the car in plenty of time before it's dark. But yeah, anything below that, and I might be pushing it a bit. I map the distance of these hikes. I use an app called Map My Run. Basically using GPS, that sort of calculate it maps like the distance you've walked and like your average pace and all that kind of stuff. It's a really good app. I use it for my runs as well. It's good for that kind of thing. So yeah, earlier on in the walk, my pace was around 15 minutes 40 per kilometre. I thought that's good. I'm in the zone. And then when I stopped to clean my boots out the bike to eat, and that, it went down to like sort of almost 18 minutes, and then it's like, oh, that's getting to this sort of stage where I'm going to be pushing it with a walk. So yeah, it's my walks in the summer, it's not an issue. The days go on so long, you don't need to do that kind of stuff. But because I am limited on the daylight, this walk's got that kind of vibe to it. So I think now I'm on the Grand Union Canal, I'm just going to get my head down for a few miles and just push on and get that average down. Just basically, I mean, if it gets dark towards the end of the walk, it's not the end of the world. I've got my torch and whatnot. It's fine, nothing bad's going to happen. But the last sort of 3 kilometres or so of this hike is going to be across fields like footpaths and stuff, and I don't know the footpaths, and so it can be quite frustrating, especially this time of year when all the fields have been freshly ploughed and sometimes there's not a defined footpath. It's really hard to see. So if it's going to be dark by the time I get to those footpaths, you're at the end of a 25-mile walk, you're aching, and getting lost in fields and stuff in the dark isn't the one. I mean, yeah, nothing bad's going to happen to me, I'll be fine, but it's just it can get a bit frustrating. So if I can get this walk completed in the daylight hours, that'd be great. So if I maintain that pace of around 15-16 minutes per kilometre, then I think I'll be back to the car, before dark. So yeah, I'll push on a few miles now and just get some miles under my belt, and I'll bring you back further down the Grand Union Canal. Ten kilometres into the hike now. I've done that in 2 hours and 39 minutes. That's good going. I got the average back down to 15 minutes 56 minutes per kilometre last time I checked. So that's good. Yeah, I'm progressing deeper into the Leicestershire countryside. So yeah, going well. Still no sunshine or blue sky. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Jeez. My wife won't enjoy that. She's not trying to be funny. She's probably got a point. Yeah, I'm going well. It's going well, sorry, enjoying it. I just got my head down for the last few kilometres there and pushed on. There's a heron in the field over there, beautiful. Yeah, it was interesting. I was walking, in that stint, I was walking along, and since I've injured my back and hip, I find I've been tensing up when I walk. And I was walking along the canal then, and it's like I'm anticipating I'm going to catch this nerve every step, and I noticed I was walking, I'm tense, and that seems to aggravate it more. So I just had a word with myself. I said, just relax. Just if you feel the discomfort and you put your foot down, just relax into it. And I started doing that, and just started flowing a lot better. It felt like pre-injured James walking. I was getting some pace behind me, and it eased the pain a bit. So sometimes with injuries, there's that psychological element to it as well, isn't there? where you kind of tense up a bit. So yeah, I've just been telling myself just ease up, just loosen up, relax into it, and it's, yeah, I was able to get some good bit of distance under my belt there, so that's helped bring the average down a bit. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop for some food, perhaps in another kilometre or two. Cute. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So yes, pushing on. Correction, I just looked back over my last piece of the camera there. I always check it because sometimes the mic cuts out, so I just want to make sure that all the audio is clear. And I realised I said 15 minutes, 56 minutes per kilometre. 15 minutes, 56 seconds per kilometre. That was absolutely fantastic. I just saw a kingfisher fly down here and go in that bramble bush. Colours on it were striking, absolutely beautiful. I've not seen, I think that's only about my third ever kingfisher sighting before, so that would see if it's still in there. That's gorgeous. Oh, that's him. There it goes. Oh wow. That's amazing. I'm well chuffed with that. Brilliant. Bridge 59. I should have kept count, shouldn't I? In fact, yeah, it's 41. I think it was 41 the first one I passed it. Well, just outside of Alfred. So yeah, that's 59. Wow. Just passed through Foxton Locks. That's a cool little place, wasn't it? It opened in 1830. It's 10 locks, sort of moving down a gradient with like a couple of pubs and then some little cafes and ice cream places alongside it. It's yeah, very charming. It's quite busy there though. Makes a change because so far this morning I've hardly passed through any people, so it was a bit of a shock to the system of how busy that place was, but yeah, enjoyed that. I'm finally going to stop for some food. I haven't stopped yet. I'm quite hungry now. we've got I've made a spring onion and cheese sandwich with a nice dollop of mayonnaise in there. And then I've got, I didn't even think about this, but I've got 4 free cheese caramelised onion rolls. And then in my snack bag somewhere I've got a bag of cheese and onion crisps. So there's a bit of a cheese and onion theme going on here. I don't care, I'm starving. Back on the road again after my cheese and onion field festival lunch. It was decent. I actually saved 2 of the cheese and onion rolls for later on in the walk. I'm just finishing off with a hobnob flapjack. So yeah, off we go again. When I was passing through Foxton Locks, there was a signpost and it said 5.5 miles to Market Harborough. So it's probably about half a mile back, so yeah, 5 miles left on the Grand Union Canal. And then we're off into Market Harborough, on to the next phase of the walk. One thing I'm really liking about this walk is that I don't really have to keep referring to the map on my phone, because it's all pretty much self-explanatory. Like the Grand Union Canal, you just follow the path. So yeah, I'm just following that into Harborough, and then once I get to Harborough, I'm walking through Market Harborough itself, and then I'm hooking up to the Brampton Valley Way, which is like a well-designated footpath, so I won't have to refer to the map there for that for a few miles. And then once I get off there at Great Oxendon, I'm walking down like narrow country roads for a good few miles down towards a village called Sibbertoft, and then for the last I'm crossing some fields. So yeah, that's probably when I'll have to start referring to the fact, getting the phone out and looking at the map just to make sure I'm going the right way. But apart from that little section at the end, it's all pretty much self-explanatory, so it's great. Don't have to keep getting the phone out and looking at the map, it saves time and that. So yeah, enjoying this. Feels like the clouds are breaking up a little bit, so that's an encouraging sign, so we might start getting some sunshine poke through soon. Happy days. Got a red kite in that tree over there. Absolute beast of a bird. More red kite action up there. Loads of them. Hello. 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 How are you? Hello. See you later. Bless it. Lovely cat. Just past 20 kilometres into the walk now. I've done that in about 5 hours 25 minutes, so 20 kilometres is near enough halfway through the walk, so that's good. So that's strong pace. I've got the kilometre average down to just hovering around 16 minutes, so yeah, that is good stuff. So yeah, might make it back to the car before it's dark. We shall see. But yeah, Market Harborough is fast approaching now. And I'll be honest, I'm looking forward to getting off the Grand Union Canal. I've done it for like, yeah, as I say, 5 hours, almost 5.5 hours now. And it is beautiful, no denying that, but I'm ready for a change of scenery. So yeah, it'd be good to get to Market Harborough. Bridge 10. So I've obviously got on a new arm somewhere, because I was up to about 60 odd near Foxton Locks. Right, I'm pretty much in Market Harborough now, and you can tell because it's so busy on this stretch of the Grand Union Canal. Loads of people. But yeah, I'm pretty much coming off the Grand Union Canal now, which I'm looking forward to. Right, I've reached the end of the Grand Union Canal. The sun just had a go at coming out a minute ago. That's encouraging. So yeah, this pub here is called the Waterfront Pub, and that's where me and my wife Lindsay had our wedding reception back in August 2022. We're going for a heat wave. It was like 35 degrees during the wedding, and then yes, we had our wedding in the top floor of that pub in the roof space. It was absolutely sweltering up there. So yeah, I'd done well to have my suit on all day, but it got to like 10 o'clock in the evening up in there where it was roasting. I was like, outside this waistcoat came off, tie came off. I was sweating buckets. But yeah, off the Grand Union Canal now, we're heading into Market Harborough. Right, I'm looking for the start of the Brampton Valley Way, which is apparently opposite the Sainsbury's garage, so it should be coming from the right hand side. Oh my god, we've got some blue sky. Wonderful. I've left Market Harborough far behind now. I'm in between sort of Market Harborough and the village of Great Oxendon. I can actually see it appearing just over this hedge. So yeah, I'm walking down the Brampton Valley Way. I've just recently crossed back over into Northamptonshire, which is nice. But then I think I'm about 28.5 kilometres into the walk now, so making good progress. Look at that cyclist. I'll just let them past. Yeah, it's lovely down here. Very peaceful. Yeah, very peaceful. I've got an issue since I've come out of Harborough. The hip pain has crept up a notch. It's yeah, I think, as I was saying earlier, because I'm every time I put my foot down, I'm sort of preempting, like it catching a nerve. And although I said earlier on I was just sort of relaxing into it and just getting in my stride, which worked back then, but obviously there's still a bit of tightness and tension there. And yeah, as I say, I'm almost 30 kilometres into the walk now, so it's, I've already put the injury through a bit of stress and strain, and yeah, I've noticed the pain's just crept up, discomfort, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that. It's not slowing me down or anything at the minute or anything like that, but yeah, something just to keep an eye on, and if it gets worse I'll have to sort of make that decision. Do I abandon the hike? Hopefully it won't get to that stage, but who knows. But anyway, I'm back out into the countryside after the busyness of the Market Harborough, but it's a pretty town, isn't it? I've always enjoyed Market Harborough. It's a nice place, so that was nice to include that in the video. But I'm pushing on to Great Oxendon, so I'll shortly be coming off the Brampton Valley Way. I'm approaching a tunnel. Guess this is the, I think it might, is it the Kelmarsh Tunnel or the Great Oxendon Tunnel? I'm not sure, but it's just coming up. It looks like quite a big one. It looks quite spooky.
Time, 7 hours, 44 minutes, 43 seconds. Total distance, 30. Cool, that was pretty bloody spooky going through there, I tell you. That was an experience. That was eerie, very eerie. I was going through it when I first entered the tunnel. A cyclist was coming from this way, And the noise just from the cyclists coming through, it was like proper rumbling down the whole tunnel. It was pretty freaky, but it was kind of cool. Yeah, an experience, that one. I made a boo-boo. I've ended up bypassing Great Oxendon somehow. What happened was, when I was walking a bit further on, a bit further back down the Brampton Valley Way, my phone signal cut out. I knew I had to get off somewhere, but I couldn't load up the map. So I scrapped what I said earlier about, I don't need to look at the map. I've gone and got lost. Well, not lost, but just overran where I should have come off. But I've just looked on the map and there's a footpath coming off, so it's no biggie. I'm just not going to go through Great Oxendon. I've just stopped for a bite to eat and some water. So there's like a little car park for the Brampton Valley Way back there. So there's like a concrete sort of boulder. So I just put the bag on there and a bite to eat, drink. Now I'm setting off again. Yeah, and also looked at the map. So yeah, I'm going to carry on down the Brampton Valley Way for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to get off and head towards the village of Clipston, which I was at. That was the next village I was going to head to after Great Oxendon anyway, so it's not changed the route too much. So that's all right. I have added a little bit onto the total distance though, but I think I'm doing okay for time. I think I've got about 5.5 miles to go back to the car, and what is it? It's probably about 4 o'clock. So yeah, we've still got over 2 hours over 2 hours before sunset. So yeah, should be okay really. He says. Well, we'll be. But the thing is, it was like my hips shutting down. It's pretty painful now. I'm just like willing myself on, like, just take it kilometre at a time. But yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, as it's the last long hike I'll be doing this year, I really want to complete it. So I'm just kind of pushing on as best as I can. But hopefully we'll get there. Right, this is where I come off the Brampton Valley Way. Or not. I'll get down here. Here we go. Good afternoon, ladies! Tough crowd. Just in the distance there, over towards those trees, I can see sunlight illuminating foliage. She's having a go. Come on. I might have to get the sunners on if this keeps up. Lovely, the sun's really having a go. This is a nice part of the walk. It's been, yeah, as you know, if you saw earlier in the video, it's been quite drab, overcast. So, got a car coming, hang on. Yeah, it's been a quite drab, overcast day, so it's just to have the sun coming out for the last couple of hours whilst I'm walking down these nice country roads. Yeah, this feels nice, despite being in a bit of discomfort. Another car, hang on, sorry. Yeah, despite being in a bit of discomfort, I'm just trying to enjoy it as best I can, because yeah, it's just nice. It still feels quite warm, even though we're sort of into sort of mid-October, and all the trees and stuff have still got quite a nice bit of foliage on them, and in the next couple of weeks all that's going to drop. The landscape is going to just look completely different. So yeah, I'm just enjoying the leaves in the trees, the sunshine, the sort of general warmth, because it's not going to hang around for much longer. So yes, 5 miles back to the car. I'm just approaching the village of Clipston, and then once I get through Clipston, I'm heading down another country road towards the village of Sibbertoft, and then it's across the fields towards Welford back to the car, if the hip holds up. I've made a deal with myself. The minute I trap the nerve and it puts me on the deck, I'm calling it quits. I'm going to get picked up. But no, it's this a bit of pain, but it's not really slowing me down, which is good. I'm pushing on. Just passed through the village of Clipston, and now I'm heading down this country road towards the village of Sibbertoft. So yeah, I'm just coming up to about 35 kilometres into the hike. It's just gone 5 o'clock, so we've got about an hour and 15, hour and 10 before the sun goes down. And then once the sun sets, let's say half hour of light, so yeah, 6:45 before I'd need to put a torch on. So I've got 4 miles to go back to the car, so I think I'm going to be okay. Which is good. That's a really pretty village, Clipston. It's weird because Clipston, it's not all that far from Guilsborough, which is the village where I live. So I'm actually closer to Guilsborough than I am to the car. It's like I'll just walk back home and then go and pick the car up tomorrow or something. Now I want to complete the route if I can, if the hip allows me to. It's a nice evening. Just starting to get that chill in the air as the sun gets lower. But I do like this time of year. To be honest, I think the run up to the end of the year, we've got all these occasions coming up which I love. So we've got like Halloween in a few weeks' time. I mean, I don't go out trick or treating anymore, that'd be weird, but I like the occasion. And every year I make Thai pumpkin soup around Halloween. Nice bit of crusty bread, it's lovely. So yeah, you got that to look forward to, and then a week after that it's Guy Fawkes bonfire night, which is always a good occasion. And then we have that kind of quiet spell for a couple of weeks, and then we start getting all that Christmas build up, all the people put all their Christmas lights up, and yeah, you get all cosy. I love all that. It's nice when it actually does get cold and you don't feel, when it's not hot and sunny, you feel like the pressure, I've got to go outside and do stuff, but in the winter there's no reason to go out. So you get the fire on, put the TV on, snuggle up on the sofa. Here we go.
9 minutes, 48 seconds. Total distance, 35.0 kilometers. Average pace, 15 minutes, 42 seconds.
Good
per
pace,
kilometer.
good pace.
Split pace, 15 minutes, 42 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah, so you get all snuggled up on the sofa. I love all that. Yeah, and then we have all the lovely festive period, Christmas and all. That's great. And then I find what happens is I love all that coziness and then all that malarkey, and then once you get Christmas and New Year out when you go back to work, that's it, then I'm done with the dark nights. I just want it, dark cold nights, sorry. That's when I just want spring. But to be fair, you don't have to wait too long, cut the months, and then days start getting longer, starts warming up again. So there's always something to look forward to if you're willing to see it, you're open to it. So yeah, I'm sad that, well, I'm not really sad, to be honest. No, that's the wrong, no. I don't know what word to use, but yeah, summer's come to an end and all the leaves are about to drop, and it's going to get cold and stuff, cold and dark, but yeah, it has its own charm.
And also I find that during those sort of dark, cold winter days, you're harvesting that love you have for when the spring finally arrives and it all starts up again, and it feels great because you've gone through those cold months. So always something to look forward to. So yeah, pushing on to Sibbertoft. Marston Trussell. That's quite similar to my surname. Trussler, Trussell. Right, that's where my stint on the roads ends. Can't talk. Back out into the fields for the last, I think it's about 3 kilometres down to Welford. So yeah, final stages now. Sun is setting in about 15 minutes maybe. So just having a go at just having one final splash of vibrance, but it hasn't really got going today, has it, the sun? It tried earlier on as we were sort of walking into Clipston, and then it's like, nah, I can't be bothered. So yeah, the Met Office, you need to have a word with yourself today. That forecast was way off. So yeah, sort it out. Oh, I think I've got about 2 miles back to the car, and I'm just, every step now is just, I'm moaning and groaning and just trying to get there. I've got so close now, I'm going to get there no matter what, unless something snaps in my tendon. It's not, that won't happen, maybe, touch wood. Yeah, so I'm just slowly getting there now. It's yeah, it is very sore. I think I'm going to be in a bit of discomfort tomorrow, but I'll take some painkillers and put an ice pack on it, and just, yeah, I haven't got much planned for tomorrow, so I can rest and just let it ease up a bit. I'm supposed to play football on Tuesday. I'm going to cancel that. I actually played football this Tuesday, which was the first time I played since doing this injury, and it was too soon. Yeah, on Wednesday I could feel it, and I thought, yeah, I've gone back to football too soon there, so I'm going to cancel this Tuesday's football session and just rest for a couple of weeks. Oh, low battery sign, something like that. Yeah, just rest for a couple of weeks. I think with this injury, I'm going to give it a couple of weeks, but I'm going to try and do very little. It is hard with my job. It is a physical job, but I can just take it easy if I, where I can. But yeah, I'm going to give it a couple of weeks and see how it recovers. And it might, if it's still giving me a bit of jip, I might need some physiotherapy sessions just to figure out exactly what's going on, and do some sort of specific exercises that will just get this sort of strength and flexibility back in that hip. So yeah, that's something to consider if it's still giving me some bother. But yeah, it's starting to get dark, but yeah, I'm not all that far from the car now. One thing I didn't factor in with the field section is the styes that I've got across. These are literally torture this late into this walk with this hip injury. It's bloody horrible. Here we go, got another one.
just over 40 kilometres into the hike now. It's coming up to about 6:30 in the evening, so it's getting dark. But I've got less than a mile back to the car. I am so bloody proud of myself. I really am. I mean, yeah, perhaps it's been borderline stupid what I've done, but you know, I first felt the discomfort go up a notch outside the market Harborough, and I thought, oh, this is going to be tricky to complete this walk. So I broke it down. I thought, just get to Great Oxendon, see how you feel, and take it from there. And I got to Great Oxendon and I just thought, let's just go another kilometre. I just broke it down into sections rather than look at I've got another 15 kilometres or whatnot. I just broke it down a kilometre at a time. Yeah, and that's got me to near the finish line. I mean, it's been a challenge, but I was kind of figuring. I thought, I got to Great Oxendon. I thought, I'm in discomfort. If I stop the walk, get picked up, I'm going to go home and I'm still going to be in discomfort. So why not push on and get a reward from it? I'm in discomfort anyway. I might as well try and complete the walk, get something from it. And yeah, that's what I've done. And it feels absolutely incredible to say that I'm within a mile from the car. It's fantastic. And yeah, like I say, just breaking it down into stints. That's how I always, when I was at like school, I used to do like the cross country running. I never looked at the full distance of the run. I always just thought, look, gets into this field and gets in. Yeah, and I've sort of continued that into adult life. Like when I go out on my runs, on the hikes, I just break it down into stints, and that really helps. It helps you stay focused, and almost, yeah, in a way, helps you stay present as well. If you look at the big picture, the whole length of the walk, then yeah, you are going to get bummed out and be like, oh my god, I've got so far to go. But if you just break it down into sections and stints, it just makes it a lot more manageable. So yeah, don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I am proud of myself. Feels good. Right, I'm pretty much there now. I'm just walking around the side of Welford Reservoir, which is the other side of this hedge. And then, yeah, a little walk through Welford village itself and then back to the car. So 10 minutes and I'll be back. So, yeah, I'll wrap this video up. Amazing, just like that. The long hikes of 2025 are over. I mean, I am going to be doing handful of shorter hikes up until for the remainder of the year. But this is it for the big ones. It's crazy, flying by. It seems like yesterday I was stepping off the bus at Stagsden on the start of my first long hike. I consider a long hike anything over 20 miles. That's my little thing. So yeah, the summer's absolutely flying by, but I've been out on some absolutely fantastic hikes this summer. Some really cool ones. Do you have a personal favourite? If you've watched them all, I think my personal favourite was the one which I did in June. It was the first walk of the summer. I think it was called Birthday Hike. It's when I did around my birthday. Really long hike across Northamptonshire on a really hot day, and then towards the evening there was that threat of like a thunderstorm. You know, it started getting all cloudy and dark, and so I didn't know if I was going to get back home in time before the heavens opened. I did, thankfully, but yeah, it was a nice walk. It's sort of through the countryside, and I went through Northampton town itself and back out into the countryside. It was a really pleasant walk, that one. I think that was my personal favourite of the summer hikes, the big hikes. So sorry, just going down a little hill there. I didn't want to trap a nerve in my hip. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video and just all the videos this summer. It's been a good one. And so I'm just making sure I'm going around the corner. I don't want to, making sure nobody's walking towards me. It's embarrassing getting caught chatting to the camera. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed the videos this summer. And as I say, I'm going to be doing some short hikes for the rest of the year, so there will be some videos coming up. It's been great though, all these long adventures. Each one has its own unique challenge, and that's what I love about it. It's sort of just to get out and challenge yourself, but at the same time enjoy the scenery and the countryside, and yeah, just being out in the outdoor, you know, out in the open. It's great. And I'll tell you what, before we know it, it's going to be spring again, and I'll be turning my attention to next year, you know, to the hikes to come. Apologies for cutting off there. My phone ran out of memory, so I had to delete some older videos to free up a bit of storage. So yeah, as I was saying, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed all the videos this summer, and yeah, a couple of weeks time I'll perhaps head out on like a 10 mile or something like that, so stay tuned for that one. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and all that really helps it, and I appreciate it as well. So yeah, I'm going to get back to the car, get home and get some dinner on, because I'm starving. So take care and see you on the next one. Completato.